Okay. Hello, how's everyone doing? Hope everyone's having a great day today. Okay. Hi, Jonathan. Hi, everyone. How you guys doing today? How you doing, Jonathan? Okay, whoever needs help, just send me an invite and I will help you out here. Hi, FTV. Hey, guys. GTA stream on a Wednesday? Yeah, hey, Unknown Notion, thank you for the super chat. Yeah, uh, I'm not gonna be able to stream this Sunday, unfortunately, and so I thought I would do a stream today to make up for it. Probably be the first Sunday I missed in, like, a year, but, yeah, this Sunday I won't be able to stream at all. Does anyone need help? Kasatka. Return Kasatka, and... Thanks for streaming today. You could have just taken the weekend off. No, I always want to, you know, make up a stream if I didn't get a chance to do it. I've been good, Far. How are you? Oh, right next to a gang attack. That's wonderful. Oh, come on. Why... Okay, you know what? Screw this. Okay. New content for GTA comes out tomorrow. What kind of new content? Master control terminal. Here we go. Okay. Well, it looks like everything is full. Yeah. Explain the Gestapo. That was Nazi Germany's secret police. They're pretty evil and ruthless guys, but, a big misconception about the Gestapo that people have is when people look at World War II movies, they think that the Gestapo were all, like, wearing, like, black trench coats and, like, hats, but that is what you see in the movies. In reality, they just wore regular civilian clothes, so they would just wear a suit or just, they looked like regular civilians a lot of times, but they were Gestapo agents. They also did have their unique uniform, but they oftentimes just wore civilian clothing. Buy supplies here for all of these businesses here. Have I played the game Freedom Fighters? Oh yeah, you bet I have. Yeah, Freedom Fighters was a great game. It was one of my all-time favorite games. I love Freedom Fighters so much, yeah. Just wanted to say hi. Been watching for many years. Too many to count, mate. Oh, thank you, Duke. Oh, thank you for hanging out with me, dude. When was the last time you sold your biker business? Oh, it's been weeks. I always help people so much that I never sell any of my stuff now. Unknown Notion. Let's help Unknown Notion then. Do you think Mind's Eye will make a comeback like Cyberpunk and Fallout 76? No. Mind's Eye has at max 15 people playing on PC right now. Can you imagine that 15 people? That's how many people are playing on Mind's Eye. And here's what I'll tell you about Mind's Eye. You know why Fallout 76 was able to recover? You know why? Fallout 76 was able to recover for two reasons. The first reason is that the developers routinely updated the game. They didn't give up on the game and they kept updating it. Second reason that the game was able to recover because Fallout already had a really big fan base. So there was Fallout fans from all over the world. Fallout had a huge fan base even before 76 did. And when they kept making more content for it, it attracted more Fallout players over time. And then when the TV show came out, the TV show also attracted even more people to it. And so Bethesda is very smart by adding the ghoul to Fallout 76 in this new update because the ghoul is such a popular character in the TV show, and so that's going to attract more people even to the game now because of that. And the reason that Cyberpunk was able to recover was because Cyberpunk was ultimately a fun game when the glitches were fixed. So it was a very glitchy game, but when the glitches were fixed, it was actually a pretty fun game. It had a lot of stuff to do. Mind's Eye doesn't really have anything to do in it. So that's ultimately the reason that Mind's Eye is not going to recover. It's because it doesn't have a large fan base, and it's not a fun game. It's not that. Pro, have you thought about making your own server in GTA Connected, which is a fan-made GTA 4 online on PC? No, I haven't heard a bit of it. Well, we could experiment with that. We could play on that GTA 4 server one day too, I hope that GTA 6 has, like, dedicated, private servers where you can actually control kicking people and stuff like that. Because if that is the case, I would like to make my own server on GTA 6, like, be the admin of my own server. I would even pay for it. And people can just join me, play on the server whenever they want, and if somebody's, griefing, being annoying, I could just kick them out of the server and ban them. So I really hope that, like, GTA 6 has, like, a feature like that. Are you gonna finish Black Ops 2 before playing Black Ops 7? I don't know. I don't think I'll finish it in time. I'm gonna play Black Ops 7. There's no doubt about it. But I'm trying to rush through Black Ops 2, and then I'm doing Liberty City Stories also. So I don't know if I'll make it. Am I gonna sell drugs in real life now? No. Will I do the Mansions teaser tomorrow? Is the Mansions teaser even coming out? But I might not make it. I got a bunch of stuff to do tomorrow. Well, I guess we'll see. I'm gonna finish Black Ops 2 before I do Black Ops 7. It doesn't make sense for me to start Black Ops 7 without finishing Black Ops 2. What are my thoughts on the Epstein files? I think it should be released. You're buying Mind's Eye instead of Metal Gear Solid Delta? What the hell? Do I think Jose Eduardo dos Santos was a dictator? He ruled Angola from 1979 to 2017 after President Nito's ultimately untimely death. Yes, I think he was a dictator. GTA series posted this weekly update and the mansions were included. What do you mean? The mansions DLC is coming out tomorrow? Is it? I'm confused. What do you mean, Soviet man? Oh, there's only one plane for this? Do you think, the missions are coming out tomorrow, Soviet man? Are they? I don't get into drama. I stay away from it. One per week, I think. Oh, okay. Oh, Suggesta, can you post your comment again? No, raft missions, not the mansions. Okay. Okay. Why did Diaz kill Vic in Vice City? Because he was a scumbag. That's ultimately what he was. He was a scumbag. Oh, okay, Fernando. I passed it. Can you post a comment again, Skins, please? What do I think of nuclear energy? I think nuclear energy can be a good thing for the most part. I just think it should be that, with safety regulation, I think it can be good because it can produce a lot of power. People get really scared about nuclear power because of Chernobyl, but that was because the Soviets didn't know what they were doing and they were really cheap with their systems. The West has never had a nuclear meltdown like the Soviets have. I think Makarov is the best villain. I think he is. Do I think big oil companies like Chevron are really scummy? Yes. Oh, yeah. Do I plan on seeing Nuremberg, the movie coming out? Russell Crowe plays as Goring, I know, in that one, but maybe if I have time. Oh, hello there, the warrior. There, Pat, I reposted. Post a comment, though, Skins. That's what I want you to post. Thoughts on the New York City mayor election? I stay away from the political drama. I don't get involved in it. Unknown, have you almost delivered everything? Okay, he's going there. Favorite GTA game? GTA 4. Is breathing under the mask harder? No difference. It's maybe a little bit harder, but it's not that bad. Breathing under this mask is fine. Do you know what the worst mask that I've ever worn was? The worst mask I've ever worn was the wolf mask, the payday mask. That one, that is the worst one. It was uncomfortable, and not only that, it was hard to breathe through that thing. So the wolf mask, that one was the worst one. The payday wolf mask, that one sucked. In the Angola chapter of Metal Gear Solid 5, there's a mission where you have to abduct an Afrikaner translator, and you have some South African mercenaries interrogating a prisoner about the MPLA oil fields. Oh, do they mention Chevron in that? Hey Seb West, thoughts on Airsoft? I used to be into it when I was younger, not really so much anymore. Do I have a PSP? Yes. I haven't used it in a very long time, but yes I do. Well done on your GTA Liberty City Stories playthrough. Thank you, dude. Thank you, Seb West, for sponsoring my channel. Explain the evilness of the nuns from Black Lagoon. it's been some time since I watched Black Lagoon, but weren't the nuns in Black Lagoon CIA agents? Yeah, I remember they weren't who they said they were, but it's been, I haven't watched Black Lagoon in years. It's been some time since I seen that. I don't think they ever finished the anime. I think the anime was supposed to get an ending, but I don't think they ever finished it. So that sucks. But thank you, the all-knowing gamer. Thank you for subscribing to me. Thank you, dude. Well, I'm gonna play all of the other Metal Gear Solid games one day. I'll play them. Yes, Jesta. Will I cosplay as Rock from Black Lagoon during Call of Duty? I don't think so, because they're really, I cosplay as the characters I'm playing as, and... No, not this Sunday, Skull. This Sunday I'm not going to be streaming it, No, I didn't, Peppa. Do I think the Panamanian Defense Force is a narco-military? Yes. The thing about the Panamanian Defense Force is that the officers were all being paid handsomely by Noriega, but the soldiers themselves were just mostly there out of fear. Will I be cosplaying as the Tony Cipriani lawyer? Yes. Okay, 500 meters here left. Why do you think Mexican cartels film their brutal execution? For fear. Fear. It's to scare people. The thing about how the Mexican cartel deals with stuff and like the Italian mafia, for example, is very different. Like for example, the mafia in America, they don't really do stuff like that. Like the public executions, they don't do stuff like that. Like if the mafia wants somebody dead, it's gonna be like 2 shots to the back of the head. That's it, and they're gonna like walk off. They're not gonna, torture somebody and then post a video of it on the internet. Mafia doesn't really do stuff like that. And the other way, if the Mafia kills somebody, like, in another way, you will never hear from the person again. It's like the person never existed. They'll be gone. So, like, the reason the Mafia doesn't do those high-profile killings in America is because it attracts way too much attention doing stuff like that. Like, there's just so much heat that goes onto them for doing stuff like that. In Mexico, it's the opposite, where in Mexico, doing stuff like that, the government is not going to have this response that it does in America. And a lot of the Mexican government and the police are corrupt, and that's one of the reasons the cartel get away with stuff like that. Yeah, I would agree with you that the cartels do control a huge part of Mexico's government. Yeah, I would agree with that. What's the most historically accurate game you've played? Oh, that's easy. 63 days. 63 Days is the most historically accurate game I've played. I did a playthrough of it on the channel. It's a World War II game set during the Warsaw Uprising. Have I seen Twisted Metal Season 2? Yes. Thoughts on a potential Saints Row reboot in the 70s? I don't think it's going to happen. You know, did you know there's a Drug Dealer Simulator Part 2 game? That I did not know. It was released in the PlayStation Store, and the developer did send me a code, so I did not know about that. There's a second game, but I actually like Drug Dealer Simulator a lot. I had a lot of fun with it. The police are a bit annoying, though. They are, in that one. Because the thing about the police is there's really no way to fight them off. Like, when the police catch up to you, you're done. Like, they'll just tase you and that's it. Are you reading only short comments? No, I'm reading as many as I can. Here we go. How much money you got now, Pro? 550 million. Someone activate a ghost organization? I don't know. Well, nothing's happening in this lobby. Grave of the Fireflies is a pretty sad and dark animated movie about two children who fend for themselves in Japan during World War II, but in the end they starved to... Oh man, that's horrible. Is it true that YouTube will censor violent video game content in a new policy? I don't know. I don't know. That's something people have been talking about a bit. I guess we'll have to see. But if they do stuff like that, they're gonna lose a lot of YouTubers. Like, a lot of YouTubers are gonna go other places if they do stuff like that. I'll be meeting Michael, Trevor, Franklin, and CJ's voice actors on November 28th. Is there anything you want me to ask them for you? I can let you know in the DMs. Ask CJ, CJ's actor, Young Melee, ask him what, ask him what his favorite mission is in GTA San Andreas, or I should say, his favorite lines to record. Like, what was his favorite part of the story to record? Unknown Notion, just go to your next business. Go to your next business and get that ready. We're gonna take care of this for you. Oh my god. Any upcoming lore videos? We're doing one on the priest in GTA Liberty City Stories. Yeah, probably, yeah, Stephen Ogg can be, I don't know what's gotten into him. I could, but I could probably maybe do that near the end of this month, FTV. I'm doing good, Ashley. How are you? Worst Assassin's Creed 2 mission? Oh, that's easy. The worst Assassin's Creed 2 mission, I don't remember the name of it, but I know what you have to do. It's that stupid mission where you have to follow, like, Rodrigo Borgia, and he's, like, constantly turning around, and then, like, the mission ends when he goes to that bridge to meet with, like, the other Templars. That's the worst mission, and that mission sucks because he turns around so much, and then there's guards all on the rooftops which can spot you. That mission was just terrible. This is such a terribly designed mission. It sucked. Hi, hope you're doing well. I'm doing well, Wade. How are you, buddy? Well, socialists did work with American companies. I mean, Yugoslavia worked with several American companies. They did. So it wasn't just the MPLA. I'm very sad. I worked very hard on those comments for you. Wait, what? What, Nebraska? What? Have you seen my comments on your Black Ops 2 video? Every time you said, can someone translate that for me, I've done it. Please let me know if you've seen my comments. I worked very hard on them. Sure, Nebraska. Which video did you leave this comment on? I can take a look at it. I'm sorry if I didn't see it. There's a lot of people commenting, but which video did you comment on? Was it the one today that I posted? The Pakistan mission today? Was that the one you posted on? The first one and the most recent one. I think the the first one I might have seen. The recent one today. Today I didn't look at the comments yet on the video today, but I'll look at the comments later and I can reply to you. How did you not get burned out after so many hours of GTA Online? I did. That's why in 2021 I took a break from GTA Online. Wild Cube has arrived and existing. Hi Cube, how you doing, buddy? Thank you for the super chat. Why do so many Gen Z adults support communism today? They think it looks good on paper and they have no idea how it works in the real world. I'm missing a lot of access kit opportunities in Black Ops 2. I don't know. I didn't know that, I guess. Yeah, I didn't know I missed a lot of them. Wait, what, Suggesta? When did this happen?
So, the buyer's there, and he can't drive. So,
how you doing?
All this crap here. Favorite chocolate? Milk chocolate. Thank you, Dice Samudo Curl. Will we ever see you play Cyberpunk? Yes, Agam. I don't know when, but I'll play Cyberpunk before GTA 6 comes out, probably. No, probably not, Mal. Not unless they remaster it fully. Oh, my favorite, candy bar, would be, the Reese's chocolate bar, or it could be just Hershey's. What do you think about socialists saying how their country doesn't need to trade with capitalist countries to survive? Yet they still beg them to end embargoes when things go wrong. Yeah, and that's the thing is, look at a country like Nicaragua, for example. When the socialists came to power in Nicaragua with the, what was it, the Sandinistas, the FSLN, when they took power in Nicaragua, they had 13,000% inflation rate. That is insane. And they blamed it all on the American embargo, saying, oh, it's the American embargo that's causing the inflation. But the reason the inflation was being caused was because they were printing money like crazy. They were redistributing wealth. Rich people were leaving the country. That is the primary reason on why the inflation was just getting so bad during that. But yeah, look, and it's the same thing with Cuba. It's the exact same thing. Whenever there's anything, oh yeah, Daniel Ortega, destroyed Nicaragua. Daniel Ortega abused his stepdaughter? That I didn't know. That makes me hate Ortega even more. But listen, if you look at a country like Venezuela, Cuba, those countries, they blame everything on America. Like when there's any kind of economic problems in their country, oh, it's all America's fault. When the embargo on Cuba doesn't even affect food, and yet the Cuban government is constantly blaming America for the reason that there's no food in stores. That makes no sense. And like, for example, if you look at like Cuba, Cuba's power grid failed. Like their turbines failed. Like their entire electrical system went down. They had massive blackouts, and then they blamed America. How is that America's fault that Cuba's own electrical grid has like collapsed? That's their own electrical grid. That's the only system they've built. So I will say this is these socialist countries constantly brag about how good their system is, but if you need a capitalist country to trade with you in order to survive, it proves that your socialist system is not good in the first place and it hasn't been a success. But that's the thing is. But honestly speaking, I will tell you this: if I was president, I would remove the embargo from Cuba because my reasoning for that is because Cuba uses the embargo as propaganda. That's what they do. They constantly just use it as propaganda against the U.S. They say all our problems are because of the embargo, the evil, bloodthirsty Western capitalist Americans. That's what they always constantly say in their propaganda. But if I was president, I would remove the embargo so that Cuba could not use it as an excuse. And I would remove the embargo, and then I would say, look at your country. Your country is still poor, your entire economy is still collapsing, but you have no more American embargo on it. It's because of your crappy system. That's why your country's like this. So that's what I would do if I were president. I would remove the embargo, and then I would say, look, the embargo's gone, and yet their country is still falling apart. It's their own system that's causing it. Oh, let's see here. My favorite TV show? I haven't watched one. The last TV show I watched was Tulsa King, and I did enjoy Tulsa King. Pro, as a Nicaraguan, thank you for covering the history in your playthrough. Doesn't get talked about enough. Oh, did I do good on the history, Kenny? Did I do good on it when I was talking about the Contras and the FSLN and Ortega? But yeah, the thing about Nicaragua is the Contras were some really evil people in Nicaragua. They did some pretty horrible things, massacres, and they made crack and cocaine. But the thing is, though, is that even though the Contras did really horrible things, because of the bad things the Contras did, a lot of people tend to ignore the things that the Sandinistas did, the FSLN, and the Sandinistas have been in power for, almost 20 years now, since 2006. And the thing about that is that before that, they lost every single election. So the socialists would lose every single election in Nicaragua, like every single election miserably. And then all of a sudden in 2006, they got a majority out of nowhere. And then what happened was the socialist president, he had put in Supreme Court judges that were loyal to him. He had put in all loyalists in the government, and they abolished term limits. Where in Nicaragua, there was term limits, but now there's infinite amount of term limits, so the president can run as many times as he wants. And every single election, they won overwhelmingly. And the crazy thing is, in 2018, the Nicaraguan government tried to raise taxes. And when people in Nicaragua are already poor and they're struggling, and when the government was raising taxes, people were pissed. And they went out in the streets to protest against that. You know what the president of Nicaragua did? He sent out the police and the security forces, and they basically just opened fire on people. Between 300 to 500 people died. Just police just shooting people on the streets. And, people say, like, for example, America is a police state. That's a police state. Something like that. People protesting and getting shot by the, police and the military on the streets for that. Nicaragua is clearly a police state. But what happened is, get this, guys. So this dictator, right? He killed between 300 to 500 protesters, but then 3 years later there was an election in Nicaragua, and he won 75% of the vote. Do you really believe that Ortega won 75% of the vote after he killed between 300 to 500 people? Like, that would destroy any politician's, political career. Anything, any country. Nobody would vote for somebody like that. I don't believe that he won 75% of the vote after he killed that many people. That's BS. Those elections are clearly all rigged. So Nicaragua is Nicaragua is the worst country in Central America. It is the worst country to live in. It is the worst one, 100%. I would never want to live in a country like Nicaragua. Yes, you killed it. I want to visit, but just not safe right now. Yeah, don't visit Nicaragua. Don't. When Daniel Ortega gets overthrown, because it's gonna happen one day people are gonna get sick of him and they're gonna kick him out. Then when Nicaragua becomes a more stable place, then I would visit it. But don't. You probably have family there, but like don't visit with Ortega being in power. Do you think we will ever get a GTA 4 remaster? I feel Rockstar is missing a huge opportunity with that one. Who is my favorite character from GTA 4? Well, my favorite character is Nico, but if we're talking non-playable characters, in GTA 4, I think that the Rockstar would only give us a remastered GTA 4 this Christmas. If they don't give us this Christmas, it's not coming out. My favorite character in GTA 4 that's not playable, probably either Little Jacob or Phil. either Little Jacob or Phil. Those are my two favorite characters. In Lost and Damned, my favorite character would probably be Angus. Angus or Jim. In the Ballad of Gay Tony, my favorite character would probably be Tony. Yeah. So, but yeah, that's that. Thank you, William. I don't think we're gonna get a remaster. We would get it either this year or we're not getting it. The one thing Rockstar should do, make it right on the final update, is to bring Cayo Perico original payout. Yeah, not gonna happen though, Mr. Jesus. I wish they would do it, but it's not gonna happen probably. Yeah, it's not going to. I squint my eyes at your recent drug game video to see if I'm reading it right. I thought you sell drugs for real. Yeah, you know, I wanted to make a funny title because I usually don't make, like, funny videos. And so I was, like, thinking, like, you know, what can I make the title of this video? I'm like, oh, yeah, let me do it. I sold drugs in Drug Dealer Simulator. That's what I'll do. Yeah. So far, that video has been pretty positive, though. People are really happy with that video. Let me see here. What is the video at right now? But yeah, people are pretty happy with it. Let's see what we got here. We got already 1,315 views. 99.5% like ratio. Nice. People like it. I think they'll... again, Carol, I don't really want to get involved in the political drama. I think you know my opinion on the matter. But yeah, that's all I'll say. I guess we'll see what happens in New York. But you know my opinion on this. What is it? What do I think of El Salvador? Seems like they know what they're doing. The thing about El Salvador is El Salvador was the most dangerous country in the West before Nayib Bukele. That's the name of the president of El Salvador. That El Salvador was the most dangerous country in the West, and what ended up happening is when Bukele took power, El Salvador is probably the safest country in the entire West. That's insane. Like, imagine that, like, going from the most dangerous country in the West to going to the most safest country in the West. That's a really good accomplishment, like a really good one. But yeah, there have been people out there that have said that, like, Bukele has gone too far with a lot of his stuff. But what people don't understand is they don't understand the terror that people had lived in El Salvador beforehand. Like, Bukele has like a 90% approval rating also. He has a 90% approval rating in that country. So there's a reason that like 90% of El Salvadorians like him so much. But yeah, that country was controlled by the gangs, like Maria Salvatrucha 13 or MS-13. They controlled a huge amount of the country. And do you know how Bukele solved El Salvador's crime problem? You know how he solved it? Just doing what he did is technically illegal in America, but what he basically did is he ordered the police and the military to arrest anyone who has gang tattoos. So if anyone has a gang tattoo, they got arrested and they got thrown in prison. That is basically what he did. And when he did that, imagine that, arresting every single person with gang tattoos, and the crime just drops like crazy. But that's basically what happened in El Salvador, is that, and I will say, the gangsters in El Salvador are very different than, like, the gangsters in America. For one, the gangsters in El Salvador are much more violent than the gangsters in America. But the second thing about the gangsters in El Salvador is the gangsters in El Salvador, they're way more stupid than the gangsters in America are. Because gangsters in America, for the most part, don't wear tattoos of gangs all over their bodies. They don't. So, like, you know, for example, the Mafia certainly don't have, you know, Mafia tattoos, you know, stuff like that. Maybe some bikers have, like, some tattoos of the biker gang, like, on their arm and stuff like that, but it's not, like, all over their body, you know, stuff like that. But the gangs in El Salvador, they had tattoos all over their body, arms, legs, body, even their face. They even had the tattoo of the gang right on their forehead, like the gang sign. And so you can see the gangsters in El Salvador are not very bright. That they basically had all of the gang signs, like, tattooed all over their body. And so basically that's why it was so easy for the government of El Salvador to find all the gang members, because anybody who has a gang tattoo and all these idiots, they basically just had, the gang signs all over them. But yeah, I will say this. Um, I come from New York, and in my state of New York, MS-13 or Maria Salvatruche 13, those guys are pure evil. Like, they are the worst gang in New York, 100%. Out of all the gangs in New York, they're 100% the worst one. They're worse than the Crips, they're worse than the Bloods, they're worse than the Italian Mafia, they're worse than the Gambino family, they're worse than the Russian Mafia, they're even worse than the Triads. Those guys are literally the worst. But the reason that Maria Salvatruche 13 is so bad is because they to join their gang, you have to kill an innocent person. That's the initiation part of their gang. To join their gang, you have to kill someone. So literally, an innocent person just gets killed to basically join their gang. It's their form of sick, initiation, doing stuff like that. And the thing about MS-13 is they use knives and machetes a lot of times, cut off heads, arms, legs. They're very brutal. They don't even use guns a lot. When I watch like those videos in El Salvador, I watch those videos in El Salvador of like MS-13 members in like those cage cells. And people are saying, oh, these are, political prisoners and stuff like that. I don't feel bad for them, when they're, in those, cage cells in El Salvador, because the people that are feeling bad for those guys, they have no idea the terror that these guys have unleashed. They don't realize the horrible things these gangs have done, the evil things these gangs have done. So that's what I'll say about it. So there's a reason that guy has like a 90% approval rating in El Salvador, and what that shows you is it shows you that, if you have a good leader that really puts their mind to it, they can fix any country. That's what basically El Salvador has shown us. Let me see here. Hey Pro, you should make a fail and funny moment compilation on all your GTA playthroughs. It will be fun to see. I like those kind of videos. Yeah, I mean, it would be a little hard to make though, because I'd have to figure out, I'd have to remember every single fail I had and then go back through it. But yeah, that's well, Grande in GTA 5, Grande are the Marabante Grande. They're based on MS-13. Yes. Hey Pat, you ready for Vegas? Yeah. Thank you, Christine, for the super chats. Gonna have fun on the trip. Let me see here. Lots of innocent people are in jail in El Salvador, Pro. Well, I don't know how to answer that. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't. I don't know on that one. But when the government has arrested so many people in El Salvador, I'm sure there have been mistakes made in that. But the point that I'm getting at is that the policies that he's put in, he has drastically reduced crime. There is no question about that. Like, literally, he has saved thousands of lives with just arresting all of these gang members. So thousands of lives have been saved. There's a reason the guy has like a 90% approval rating. So I'm sure there are some mistakes that have been made. Nobody is perfect, but for the most part, the guy has arrested a lot of gang members, put a lot of gang members in prison. Pro, too many innocent people in tough situations to be put in jail. People are now locked up in deadly conditions just because they were assumed. Utilitarianism is just a precedent, and this is wrong. Well, I guess it's up to El Salvador and their Supreme Court to look into that. But I can't speak on that. I can't speak on how many innocent people are in those prisons. But the one thing I can tell you is that the violence has dropped in El Salvador. Like, if you just go on Google, and on Google just look up El Salvador's crime rate, and just look up before the guy came to power and then afterwards, and you'll see the crime rate just dropped extremely. Like, it is just so low. Let me see here. Thank you, Steven Spence, for the super chat. Speaking of New York, could you play Insomniac's Spider-Man games in the future? Yeah, that's on my list of games to play. Thank you for the super chat, dude. If I have time, AT, we're gonna be going straight to Black Ops 7, though. Well, no one deserves to be imprisoned falsely. I agree 100% with you on that. And look, here's what I'll tell you is, what Bukele did is illegal in America. Like, that would never happen in America. And the reason for that is because in America, you having a gang tattoo, even having a gang tattoo, is actually considered free speech. So it's in America, it's not illegal to be a member of a gang. So you can't be arrested for like a gang tattoo. So like, stuff like that would never happen in America. Let me see. I missed a super chat. Who super chat did I miss? Thank you, Tricky Mario. Was it your super chat you were talking about? Yeah, well, El Salvador has cleaned up the crime, but did you know some members of the Forelli crime family? I know that Sonny Forelli was the first boss and Tommy was his soldier. Giorgio Forelli was never revealed what his rank was. He was probably a consigliere. What was it? Marco Forelli took over after Sonny Forelli died. That was his, Sonny's brother. And then after Marco died, it was who took power after him? Franco Forelli. Worst country in the world would probably be North Korea. I got C here. No problem, unknown. Will I play Yakuza Kiwami? Yes, I will. Next month, I will. How old were your grandparents when World War II happened? My grandma was a young girl, very, very young. Maybe just maybe like 6 or 7 years old. My grandpa, I think he was a little bit older. My great grandpa was what was he? He was in his. I have to ask my mom how old my great grandpa was. But my great grandpa, he was a soldier. Did you downgrade GTA 4 on PC? If not, I'll help you. What, you have to downgrade the game? Oh, damn. Sucks. Oh, so I missed a super chat. Hold on. I'm sorry if I missed one here. It's getting a lot of comments here today.
Hi, Clarissa.
But yeah, Carol, what I'll say about El Salvador is that if there are innocent people that have been put in prison, that's on the government. It's on the government to make sure they're not putting in somebody falsely in prison. But the only thing I'm saying is that his policies have definitely reduced crime 100%. Let me see here. Oh, Sleep Punch Man. Do I think lottery scratch-off tickets are a scam? Yeah. Yeah, but the thing is, my dad does that a lot. Like, my dad, to this day, he still plays, the lottery scratch-off games. He plays, what was it? He does that, and then he does the other one, Take 5. I think that's the one it's called. Like, he's constantly playing that. Like, he buys tickets, like, every week, and I told my dad so many times, like, stop playing this stuff. And then I ask my dad, I'm like, you know, how much money have you made from this? And my dad's like, I break even. And I'm like, you know, I'm like trying to tell my dad, I'm like, Dad, I'm like, you know, stop playing this stuff. It's like, it's just a waste of money. He's like, oh, but I break even. I'm like, but it's still waste. It's like, eventually you're not going to break even. So it's, that's that. I told my dad, I'm like, why don't you just take all the money from your scratch-offs and just put it in the stock market? At least that's like, that's better than like just simply like, you know, gambling like that. But he told me the stock market's too risky, but I think the scratch-offs are just way more riskier, personally. What as an example, Carol? What? What do you think about a potential game of a prelude to Mafia 2? It takes place after the Old Country and before Mafia 2 storyline. Oh, and what, you would play as Leo in that? If you're gonna play if you're gonna play as anybody in a Mafia prequel, you should play as Leo. That's who you should play as, is Leo, or maybe Frank Vinci too. I guess you could play as Frank Vinci as well. You could play as him maybe. But it would make more sense to play as Leo. I think more people would want to play as Leo personally. Leo is too unlikable to be main character. What do you mean? I think Leo is a pretty popular character. I think people really like Leo. Like, what do you mean? I've never heard that Leo is an unlikable character. Most people like him. Do you know why some people view Saddam Hussein as a hero? Sounds like an extremely hot topic. A lot of people in Iraq feel like he gave them pride. You the thing about the thing about Saddam Hussein, the people that do like him, for the most part, the reason that they like him is because of how he dealt with Iran. That's their primary reason, because Iran for decades has basically been supporting like these militias in Iraq that have been basically destabilizing Iraq. And so like Saddam Hussein, for example, like invaded Iraq in the Iraq war, and then like after that, even like Iran has been supporting, you know, these militias in Iraq that have basically destabilized the country, and even to this day, Iran is still supporting these militias in Iraq that are causing like a lot of problems. And ultimately comes down to that, where it's that. Well, somebody was asking me about Saddam earlier. People claim Iraq got worse after he left. Yeah, in a way. But it also depends on who you are, for example, because somebody like an Iraqi Arab might have a positive view of like Saddam Hussein, but an Iraqi Kurd is not going to have a positive view of Saddam Hussein at all, because Saddam basically committed genocide against the Kurds. Like, he did really horrible things to them. So that's so it really depends on who the person is in Iraq that's talking about him. Let's see here. Hey Pat, I've been really enjoying your Black Ops 2 playthrough so far. Do you plan on doing Black Ops 7 campaign? If so, will I be doing it co-op or solo? I can do it co-op. Yeah, I was thinking about that. A lot of people have been asking me to do co-op, and I might as well do co-op, because it's unique, it's different. So we might as well do it in co-op. But I'm not gonna do my Black Ops 7 videos until like probably near the end of November. That's probably when I'll do it. But I will tell you something. And do you want to know what I'm really scared about, guys? You know what I'm really scared? What I'm really scared about is I'm really scared that Black Ops 7 is going to ruin all the Black Ops 2 characters. That's what I'm really scared of. Because Black Ops 7 is a sequel to Black Ops 2, it is. And I'm really scared that they're going to ruin these characters. So I'm really scared about stuff like that. I mean, you know, you have, Chloe is coming back, Harper is coming back, Section is coming back, Menendez is also coming back. So there's, like, a lot of characters that are coming back. So I really hope they don't ruin these characters. Because look at what happened to, like, Modern Warfare 3, for example. Like, I really like the storylines in the new Modern Warfare games. I did like the storylines in them. But I liked them all the way up until Modern Warfare 3. So Modern Warfare 2019 was pretty good. Modern Warfare 2, 2022 was pretty good as well. But then Modern Warfare 3, 2023 came out, and that sucked. That was awful. That was terrible. Like, I just raged at the ending. Like, the ending was just so bad. It was so dying. It was just, I just raged at it. It was just so stupid. Oh, what the? What the? What? He's actually in the plane. What? No, what? What the hell? What? The bounty took, the NPC took the plane. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh great. The product's gone now. Well, I guess we still, I have never seen an NPC, like, actually take off of a plane by taking it, but that is just, I guess that's something that just happens. I can't believe the NPC didn't even know how to fly the plane. DE Agent Simulator? Yeah, I'd play it. You could have tackled... I could have thrown the guy out of the plane, but I was just really curious if he was going to actually take the plane, but I didn't think the NPC was going to crash it into the water. I didn't think that was going to happen. And I thought that Minifig could just shoot him out of the plane, because he could just shoot and drive by and just take the plane over, but... When will I do a Last of Us playthrough? I'll do it one day. I don't know when, but I'll do it one day. I missed the super chat? Let me see here. YouTube really needs to fix their stuff again. I, again, didn't get a notification for this live stream. Anyway, keep up the good work, pro. Thank you, Random Fist. Thank you, dude. I think the reason that you might not have gotten notifications because I put 3 videos out today, and if you put 3 videos out in the 24-hour period, the 4th video does not send out a notification. I think that's what might be going on here, basically. You have a Casino Gold finale ready. I'll give Skull max cut. Okay. What's the hardest mission of the Mafia game franchise? Oh, that's easy. The race in Mafia Definitive Edition. Have I ever watched the A-Team? Oh, a little bit when I was a kid. Can I join your session? Anyone, yeah, anyone can join me. The Joe's Adventures car bomb mission is super annoying. Yeah, a little bad, but I would still say the Mafia one is the worst one. The race. I'm excited for the Mansions DLC. Less than a month for it to come out. Are you learning Spanish? How much do you know? Yo estudio español todos los días. Y, yo, aprendo, español en mi oficina, en mi, computadora. Yo quiero ser, bueno, español. Y, yo quiero, hablar español con mis amigos. I stay away from the drama, dude. I stay away from it. Was that good Spanish, or was that terrible? Okay, Nebraska. Thank you, dude. I don't really play in public sessions that much, far. The most evil protagonist in the Mafia series? I mean, it could be Lincoln, depending on the choices that you make. It would either be Lincoln or Vito. That would be the most evil characters, evil protagonists. But I wouldn't even say that they're evil. Breaking news. In San Andreas, a man in a hockey mask was mugged, and the thief escaped by hijacking his victim's plane, flying away, stealing his cargo. Thank you, Cube, for the super chat. Thank you, dude. Mansion DLC will probably include some missions, but mostly focusing on customizing your mansion.
So,
Whoa. What is Weasel News a parody of? Fox News. There's a generational ban on tobacco here in the Maldives for anyone born in 2007 and afterwards. I don't have that much faith in the law, even though I hate smoking. You know, that's honestly kind of stupid. I will tell you my opinion on this matter. I think that what I'll basically say about this is if somebody wants to smoke, as long as they're not smoking in a uh, as long as they're not smoking in front of somebody's face, like smoking in a place they're not supposed to be smoking, I think people should have the right to smoke. So if people want to smoke, cigarettes, go ahead. It's your freedom to do it. That's what freedom is assuming your risks, basically. But I think that government banning like cigarettes, like I know that the UK is doing that too for like people born at like a certain year, you cannot buy cigarettes anymore. I think that's stupid because you know what that's gonna do? What that's gonna do is that is going to basically create a black market for people bringing in cigarettes. So people are just gonna, what they're gonna do is adults are just gonna buy cigarettes in bulk, and then what they are gonna do is they're just gonna sell this to younger adults who aren't able to buy it anymore. And so now it's going to become basically a black market. So you're going to have basically prohibition, but with cigarettes. That's basically what you're going to have. Yeah, some of my videos have been sending notifications. Breaking: Polish mercenary arrested for tax evasion by not reporting his monopoly earnings to the IRS. Thank you, Blinded Eagle, for the super chat. I'm surprised I did so well in that Monopoly match, too. Breaking news: Staunton Island is closed after Head Radio added new songs. Other news: Luigi is the head of Salvatore Leone's family. I know, I always wondered who becomes the leader of the Leone family, whether it's Tony, Luigi, even Ma Cipriani could have taken over, too. Why I stream today? Because, I'm not able to stream on the weekend. Breaking news: man gunned down by Leone's shotguns while driving over by Luigi's. This is a more controversial question. Do you think the CIA had greater knowledge and or participated in the assassination of JFK? Thank you, somebody32. I think it's highly probable that yes, the CIA did have some kind of knowledge, or they even participated in it. So I think it's highly probable. A lot of things with the JFK thing that are just really weird. Like, it was the angle that Lee Harvey Oswald shot at. Like, he didn't shoot JFK when he was coming straight towards the building down the street. He shot him when he was driving at an angle, which it just makes the shot more harder. There's a lot of things that are just weird with that story. Yeah, I agree with you that banning cigarettes is just gonna, create a black market for them. I agree with you on that. Do you know what the best way to stop cigarette smoking is? You know what the best way to do it? Education, not regulation. I can make that into a rap. Education, not regulation. But, that's basically the way to defeat, cigarette smoking, cigarette companies. Because, I will tell you this, the least amount of people smoke now than they ever did. And do you know why? Because so many people are more aware of the risks. They're more aware of basically what happens when you smoke cigarettes. So people have just stopped smoking just because of this research, and just people are more aware of the risk, the health risks that come with smoking. Professional presidential campaign slogan: education, not regulation. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think banning cigarettes would solve any issues. I think it will make the problems way worse. It's never been confirmed whether Joey Leone is actually the underboss. Who do I think is more dangerous, Mexican drug cartels or MS-13? Well, MS-13 has been taken apart by El Salvador. They still exist a little bit in America, but they've been taken apart by El Salvador. I'd say the Mexican cartels, they're much more of a threat still. Well, Kurdistan doesn't... Kurdistan is, it's in Iraq, Syria, and Iran, and also in Turkey. Okay, so it's in multiple countries. Love from India. Hey, Kenan. Retiring next year, Jonathan. What, in their prime, Jorge? Oh, the gangs. Still Mexican cartel. Mexican cartel just has a wider reach. I've watched clips of Boardwalk Empire, but I haven't watched it, Yeah, well, Vito's mom, Jonathan, reminds me of my own mom. Like, Vito's mom is very similar to my mom. Like, heavy accent, just the way she talks. Also the way she looks, too. Oh, Mizzy, that prankster, that guy was a menace. Man, that... I stopped watching The Walking Dead a long time ago. Thank you, FTV, for the super chat. Pro, I'll give you a heads up to help you downgrade GTA 4 on PC and play GTA Connected at the end of the year. Okay, FTV. Yeah, 13th anniversary, Black Ops 2. The future is here, or it's not here anymore, we passed it. Did I know that Lyndon B. Johnson personally called Joe Hager Jr. of the Hager Clothing Company to order 6 pairs of pants that were more comfortable to him? No, I didn't know that, Somebody 32. Thank you for the super chat. I didn't know that. That's the president calling the president of a clothing company. Yeah, eventually I want to get to that 10-penny lore video too. Can you add me on PlayStation? It's the same as my YouTube. Yeah, but I gotta do that a little bit later though. I just can't do it during the stream far. Modern Warfare 2 lobbies, the original, were always the most toxic, 100%. That. Damn. What makes you so interested in history? I don't know. I've just always had a like in history about events that have happened and such. I played Team Fortress 2 a tiny bit many years ago. I didn't like it. I guess I could never get into it. Okay, Christine, how did everyone get over here so quickly? Thoughts on the Iran-Iraq War in the 1980s? That war went on for about 10 years. Iraq made some initial gains early on in the war, but they expected Iran to be really weak, but Iran then came back and pushed Iraq back. And chemical weapons were actually used in that war. The Iraqis used chemical weapons and the Iranians did too. The new steam machine, I don't know. Probably not. Have I read about Philippine history? Yes, a little bit. Yeah, I don't know the whole story of Nolan in Modern Warfare 3. This makes no sense. Oh yeah, that is true. Both NATO and the Warsaw Pact supported Iraq in that war. That is true. The crazy thing about that war also, was it, well, the reason that the Soviets did not like Iran was because, when the Iranian Revolution happened, a lot of the communists had also helped in the Iranian Revolution, and when the, Ayatollah came to power, he killed all the communists in Iran. Okay, do I think Vincenzo was killed off too soon in Liberty City Stories? Yeah, in a way. I think Vincenzo should have been the main antagonist. He really should have. I gotta go, pro. It's nice chatting with you. Thank you, FTV. I'll see you, dude. Take care, man. Skull, how many businesses do you have left? Am I gonna do GTA Online when GTA 6 comes out? Nah. I'm gonna focus mostly on GTA 6, but I might come back to GTA Online for some nostalgia streams. No, suggest I wouldn't. Brandon, can you invite me to your business? I'll help you, because you have a lot of people helping you right now, Skull, so I'm gonna help Brandon. Uh, well, yeah, Minnie, I know you didn't intend for that. Yeah, well, Menendez's sister's death was his fault. I would agree with you on that, yeah. But Menendez is not a victim. He constantly makes himself look like he's some kind of victim, but the thing about that, his father was a dangerous cartel boss. So his father's death, his father brought his death on himself. And as for his sisters, you know, what happened to his sister was horrible, but you have to remember also that Menendez had tortured people in Angola. Like, he tortured a bunch of American soldiers in Angola, tortured them to death. Those guys had nothing to do with, you know, burning his sister or killing his father. He did that. And so Woods was fully justified in taking his revenge. You know, Woods had no idea that there was a girl in that room, but Woods just snapped. I like Vice City stories more, but both of them are good. Yeah, Midwest is a great place. Thank you, Casey. Thoughts of Myanmar? It's a brutal dictatorship. Invite me, Brandon, please. Oh, 9 out of 10 for drops, you mean? Okay. Just waiting for... Tommy Vercetti or Vic Vance? I mean, I think I like Vic more, because Tommy's a great character, but Vic is just this, you know, complicated guy with a, you know, a moral compass. I'm watching your GTA 4 videos. I love your videos. Thank you, Corey. Thank you, dude. I think I'm gonna start watching Blue Bloods in December. I think I will, Zach. I gotta watch Tulsa King Season 3, but then I might go back and do, and watch Blue Bloods. But Blue Bloods is long. I know there's, like, a lot of episodes,
We gonna...
Brandon, go to your next business. I got this. How many businesses do you have left, Brandon? Well, I don't know. I can't explain that. I've just always liked history. No, I've never seen the Gotti movie. I know it, but I've never seen it. Revy in Black Lagoon? Well, Revy in Black Lagoon is like the female Trevor. One more embassy in Bunker. I know it's this thing, Christine. I know. Did I see your message? Can you post your comment again, Kieran? No, not Laszlo.
Hey, what's going on?
here we go. Did I see the Northern Lights? I don't know if I've ever seen them.
Sorry.
I think they appear in my state sometimes in the winter, but I don't think I've ever seen them.
Not now, sorry. No. I'm afraid not. Sorry, but no. So you don't want to get in serious trouble, huh? Okay, leave it with me.
Who, Brandon? Oh my god, I hate that undercover cop car. Damn, even when you call the police, they'll still go after you. Most harmful drug, in your opinion, crocodile. It's a Russian drug. Crocodile is such a dangerous drug that it can actually make your skin peel off. Oh, come on. I'm losing... damn. Thoughts? What are your thoughts on the U.S.-Iraq War? Well, which war are you talking about? Are you talking about the Gulf War or the Iraq War? But it's, if you're talking about the first war, the Gulf War was kind of justifiable to defend, Kuwait from Iraq that was attacking it in the 90s, but the Iraq War was just stupid. There was no point to it. It was just dumb, idiotic. Hold on, I might just blow myself up, hopefully. Hopefully this gets rid of the cops. Okay, got rid of the cops. Okay, there's that. Why did Saddam invade Kuwait in the first place? Well, ultimately, what Saddam wanted in Kuwait is he wanted to annex it. He recognized it as part of Iraq. But also, about Saddam Hussein, Saddam Hussein was accusing Kuwait of doing diagonal drilling. So he was accusing them of drilling into Iraq's oil. And I don't know if that's ever been proven if Kuwait was doing that or not. There is another thing is that Saddam Hussein had owed Kuwait a lot of money. So there was a lot of money that he owed that country. And so it was also over debts. He had claimed that Kuwait should thank him for the defending them from Iran. But Kuwait, Kuwait did not want to drop the debt, and that's, a bunch of the stuff. But it was ultimately to annex Kuwait. That's ultimately what it was about. He wanted to annex the country. I know what Game of Thrones is, but I haven't watched it. Do I prefer the laser rifle or the plasma rifle? In Fallout, laser, but I prefer small guns. I don't like any of the laser energy weapons. I don't like them. Okay, Brandon. I'll try to get to it, James. I will. I'll try to get to it.
You're,
Am I using a controller? Yeah. Playing on the PlayStation. Thoughts on the Bill Clinton scandal? You know, the thing is when Black Ops 6 was coming out last year, I started this rumor where I started saying that the reason that the government was trying to kill Adler was because Adler discovered Bill Clinton's affair with Monica Lewinsky, and so Bill Clinton and the CIA tried to have Adler killed. So that's why Adler, went rogue. And when I said that, people actually believed me. They thought I was being serious about like Black Ops 6's storyline, but I just that was just a joke that I made. Oh, hey, what's up, Polly? What's your PSN again, Polly? Do you need help with something? What is the best place to give ideas for your channel? The comment section, any of my videos, and also my streams. Just let me know, like... Most evil Mafia main antagonist? I think it's Teresi. I think Teresi's even worse than Marcano, because Teresi never even loved his daughter. At least Marcano was sad about when his son died. How much money you got? 1,350,000,000. Thank you, Simba fan. Honestly, Professional, I completely agree that the Oppressor Mark II doesn't belong in GTA because, yeah, it's a crime game. Also, I never see players drive cars much no more, or... Yeah, and that, and Simba, I agree with you. Listen, here's the thing is, my biggest problem with the Oppressor Mark II, and let me know if you guys agree with me in the comments on this, but my biggest problem with the Oppressor Mark II, it's not even the griefing. Like, the griefing is annoying, sure, but that's not my main reason on why I hate the Oppressor Mark II. The main reason I hate the Oppressor Mark II is I just don't think that it has a place in GT Online. I think it ruins the immersion of the game. I think it really does. Because when everybody's riding around an Oppressor Mark II, it's like nobody has a use for helicopters. Nobody's used for cars. Like, they're not going to drive around any of these vehicles. And there's spawn this flying motorcycle. Just get on it, use your missiles, complete every mission with it. You don't need to use anything else. So I think it really ruins the immersion of GTA being a crime game and also being a fairly serious game. Because I know GTA is not meant to be a realistic game, but it was a fairly serious game at least. And like the Oppressor Mark II really ruined that. And I'll give you like a perfect example of this crap. Give you a perfect example. So like me and my friends, what we like doing is we like role playing like biker gangs, right? We'll like form an MC. We'll all be dressed as like bikers, ride around in formation, complete missions. So like we really like the biker gang stuff, right? And so we're just riding around the highway as like a biker gang, and then a guy comes out of nowhere on an Oppressor Mark II and just blows us all up. And like stuff like that, you see stuff like that, that just ruins the immersion. It does. When you basically have crap like that, it's like, do you want to deal with stuff like that? That's what I'll say. It ruins the immersion. It has no place in GTA Online. Hey, Professional, I love your lore videos. Thank you, Simba fan. Thanks, dude. Get the forged documents. Oh. But do you guys agree with me that it just destroys the immersion? Like, that people just don't use any other vehicle? I mean, like, how often do you see people, like, riding around on bikes like me? Like, I like these old, like, the chopper bikes. I like the old-style bikes. But, like, these oppressors, I will say, it's just not have a place. And I really don't want this in GTA 6. What is this here? Recover the forged documents? Okay, hang on. It's another one I gotta get now, too? Oh, crap! Oh, no. Oh, no, no. East Broker, I'm sorry, man. That was on me. I did not mean to do that. I'm so sorry, East Broker. Oh, crap. I'm sorry. Oh, crap. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That was... It's on me. I'm sorry. I was trying to lock onto the ballas, and this crap happens.
Why, hello. How you doing? How can I help? I take it this isn't purely a social call. Of course not. You're in trouble, and you need my help. No problem.
Okay. You should do a stream on Sniper Elite Resistance helping players online. You know something, you know something I'll tell you guys? I have a ridiculous clip on my PlayStation, like it's like a ridiculous clip, on Sniper Elite, like, Resistance. And, I recorded this thing, like, in February, so it's been, like, what, like, how long has it been? 9 months since so I had this video recorded on my PlayStation. And the thing about this is I was thinking about, like, making this into a video, but the reason I didn't do it is because I didn't want to cause some random guy to get harassed on YouTube online, even though the guy was being really aggressive with me. But because I knew if I posted the video, people were gonna, you know, message the guy, and I didn't want to do stuff like that to some random guy on the game. But basically what happened is I was playing Sniper Elite Invasion Mode, and for people that aren't familiar with Sniper Elite Invasion Mode, how Invasion Mode basically works is you join a session as a German sniper. So it's a World War II game. You join in as a German sniper, and your objective is to try to kill the Allied sniper, try to ruin his mission. So he's doing like a single player mission, and you can just join in as a German sniper and ruin his mission. So I join in as a German sniper, and what this guy does is it's that one map, the one map with like that town with the wall on it. I forget the name of the mission in Sniper Elite Resistance, but it's like the town with the wall, and then there's like the big church too. But anyways, what the guy does is he goes into this one building, right? And he just puts mines in it. Like, I know that the guy's put mines in the building. Like, I know he's mined the building because he's not leaving the building. So I know 100% he's mined the staircase, he's mined the doors. So if I try to go near that building, I'm going to get blown up by mines. And so at that point, I'm like, I'm not going in this building. I'm not going to get blown up by mines. You know what I did? I sat there for 45 minutes. For 45 minutes, I sat there watching him. And he just kept messaging me on PlayStation. Like, the guy just kept messaging me, like, are you gonna come kill me? Like, what are you doing? Like, you know, why are you dragging this out and stuff like this? And I'm like, I'm not coming over there if the guy's just sitting in the building, like, with mines. And so after 45 minutes, you know what happened? I killed the guy. And he just got so mad. He was so, like, the guy spammed me. Like, he sent me so many messages on PSN just cursing me out. Like, he was pissed. And he accused me of being a cheater. He accused me of being a hacker, too, for killing him. He said he's gonna report me. And I told him I'm on PlayStation. Like, how can you report me if I'm on PlayStation? And the ridiculous thing is he actually reported my message of where I said to him, I'm on PlayStation, how am I cheating? He reported that message, and the message got deleted by, like, Sony, PlayStation support or whatever it was. So that's basically it, is, upload it. Maybe I'll upload it when I come back to Sniper Elite. So, Sniper Elite, I still have to do the DLC storyline. There was a DLC storyline released earlier this year, never did it. If I ever come back to doing the DLC storyline, maybe I'll upload that, that video. How do you get him? Oh, how'd I get him? He snuck out the side of the building, and I didn't see him when he snuck out the side of the building. And then what happened was he was in an alleyway right near the church. He was actually hiding behind, like, a potted plant. And I was running with my STG-44. He came out, and he shot me with the bolt-action rifle, and I lost, like, 90% of my health, but I was still alive. And what I did was I had just taken my STG and I headshotted him. And he was so mad. He was saying that I cheated because I should have died in one shot. But I didn't die. I lost, like, 90% of my health, and I don't know where he shot me, but I was still alive, and I shot him and I killed him, and he accused me of cheating, and he sent me, like, a bunch of messages, just, like, threatening me, harassing me, a bunch of that stuff. But yeah, I did record the whole thing, so it is on my PlayStation, and I was thinking about, like, making it into a YouTube video, but, like, at the same time, as even though the guy was harassing me, I didn't want to stoop to his level, and I didn't want to get, like, some random guy on YouTube harassed, because I know people would message him and be like, you know, why did you say these things to professional and stuff like that, and so I don't want to cause more drama where there isn't. So that's ultimately, it. No, this is more than your bad. Wait, what do you mean, Agent Reaper? Thank you for the super chat. No overpowered motorcycle for you, buddy. Pro. Oh, yeah. That was my line when I kill people with when they're using the Oppressor Mark II. Oh, yeah. I occupied Resistance, the map. Oh, yeah. Well, I am... Here's the thing is, I am a very patient guy. Like, I am very, very patient. And so, like, I can wait, and it's not going to bother me. Like, I'm not those people that, like, get really impatient really quickly. I can wait. So, if I'm waiting for something, I can wait. And so that's what makes me such a good sniper in games, is that I'm just basically so patient, and I can just wait constantly. Oh, I just don't, because I don't want to give him attention, and I don't want to cause drama. Polly. Upload a members only. Oh, you mean like a members only stream? I'm gonna do a bunch in November. Don't worry, mister. I've ever played the Medal of Honor games on the PS1? Yes, I did. Got to go. Looking forward to your Cyberpunk playthrough. Thank you, Agam. Thank you for the super chat, dude. You ever played watch Tropic Thunder? Yes, I did a long time ago. Is Fallout 76 good? If you like the other Fallout games, you'll enjoy Fallout 76 if you like the other Fallout games. The thing about Fallout 76 is Fallout 76 is the best played with friends. That's the best. So if you're a solo guy, maybe not the best for you, but it is a fun game. Like, I've been playing Fallout 76 more regularly now. I recall a few years ago, my old assistant manager confronted the shoplifter, and he got pepper sprayed. I don't know if they ever got the fella. Oh my god, I'm sorry that's, that happened, Jen. Was your assistant manager okay? Was the fishing DLC good? It was okay. It was different something. Yeah, I'll give him that. Is Pariah still the fastest car? I don't know. I'm not a car guy. Can somebody in the comments answer his question? What's the fastest car right now in GT Online? I don't know anything about really cars in this game. I've always focused on the special vehicles, the businesses. When it comes to making money in businesses, that's always what I've been good at. I've never been, you know, into the cars themselves. Did I take 2 minutes of yesterday? Wait, what, Brandon? Banshee GTS is the fastest. Oh, okay. Thank you, Agent Reaper, for the super chat. What are your thoughts on the North Hollywood shootout? Are there types of things justified by solutions like the 50-year mortgage? What are you talking about, the 50-year mortgage, amateur? But the North Hollywood shootout, are you talking about those two bank robbers that they got into a shootout with the police after robbing the bank? It was like in the 1990s? Is that what you're talking about? I mean, the countryside is nice in this game, Orion, but the problem is there's not really anything to do in the countryside. I hope that GTA 6 doesn't have this issue. Bro, you said your dad stopped playing scratch cards. You said it in GTA Chinatown Wars. He's still doing it again now. He stopped for some time, but he's doing it again. So, that was it. Like, he's not, like, spending, like, hundreds of dollars on scratch cards. It's not like that. It's not like a dangerous addiction, but he's, you know, back at buying scratch cards. He buys a scratch card, like, every week, and, but, yeah. He did stop for some time, for months, but then he got bored and started buying that again. Still, that can add up in a year? Yeah, it does. I think the scratch cards are a scam. I agree with you. But it's, you know... My dad does it because he's bored, and I guess it brings him excitement and stuff like that, but... But what is this about a 50-year mortgage? What is this about? Which Fallout game has the best story? Probably New Vegas, because of just all the choices that you can make in the main story. Yeah, probably New Vegas. I guess I just want to know what someone like you would think of a 50-year mortgage. Who this for, and why did it happen? A 50-year mortgage is disgusting. I didn't even know such a thing existed. I thought 30 years was the max. But that's disgusting. That is. Like, if you did the minimal payments and you paid that thing off, like, if you got a mortgage by when you were 20 and you paid that off, you know, people could die before they even pay off the mortgage. That's how long that is. So, like, people could die of old age before they even pay off the... That's disgusting. That's ridiculous. I think the price of housing is just out of control, and you know what I think will, you know what the biggest issue out there is? The biggest issue. The biggest issue isn't even inflation. It's not even inflation. That's not even the biggest issue. People always say it's inflation this, inflation that. Well, inflation is a problem. It's definitely not a good thing. It's not the biggest issue. You know what the biggest issue is? The biggest issue is that wages are not keeping up with inflation. That's the bigger issue instead of inflation itself. Because if wages were keeping up with inflation, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But wages aren't. So basically what's happening is your money is losing value. It is. So the money that you have sitting in that bank, that money is losing value over time because of inflation. But you're not making more money. So that's what's happening is most people's wages are not matching the inflation that's rising. That's the big issue here. People cannot afford homes, you know, stuff like that. It's becoming a problem. Housing just keeps skyrocketing. I think more houses should be built. You know, I think the government should. I think the government should also build new cities. I think they should. I know that sounds like a crazy project, but you know, we are the United States of America. You know, we are, you know, the superpower of the world. I think that America, if it wanted to, could build new big cities. I think we could do it. And this could, you know, housing could be cheap in these new cities because you're trying to attract people to these cities. And so I think that could be a big solution to help stuff like that. Like Kazakhstan, for example. I know that Kazakhstan is a dictatorship, but Kazakhstan did build a new city. Like a couple of years ago, they started building like a new city, a dictatorship. They were building their capital city. And people were saying that, like, oh, you know, it's stupid, but it actually worked out pretty well for Kazakhstan. Like, their new big city, they actually built a new, really big city, and they built it pretty quickly. So that's what I'll say about it, is that I think that if America was to build a bunch of new cities, I think that we could provide housing for a lot of people, and I think housing could be affordable in these cities. You know, and then I think we could connect it with rail and, you know, highways and other stuff like that. So, like, there is plenty of places that, you know, cities could be, you know, built in. Like, if you look at the Midwest, for example, there's plenty of open fields, places where big cities could be built. Definitely. The thing is, America hasn't really built any new cities when you think about it. We haven't. Other countries are constantly building new cities, but no one, America really hasn't. So that, I think that's a problem there. Yeah, I would say that. I think you know, building new cities, building housing would bring down the cost of housing, because there's even though the country is so big, there's not enough housing. And I think the other thing is, I think abolishing the income tax. I think that would also help a lot of people, because the income tax takes like around 30% of your money. And so imagine if everybody had 30% more extra money in their pocket. Everybody could pay off their mortgage if that was the case. If you could completely get rid of income taxes. Income tax is a wealth killer. That's what it is. It's a wealth killer. So I think, you know, building more houses, building new cities, getting rid of the income tax, I think that this could, you know, drive down inflation, and I think it could also help put money in a lot of working class people's pockets also. Pro for president. Oh, I could never be president. You know why I could never be president? The reason is because the CIA would probably kill me. If I was president, the stuff I would do, the CIA would want to kill me. So that's probably, I probably never could be president because of that. Let's see. Does anybody need help with a heist here? What are your thoughts on the stereotype that Americans aren't smart? You know where that stereotype comes from? The stereotype that Americans aren't smart, it comes from the fact that a lot of Americans do not go to college, but that doesn't mean that they're not smart. So, like, if you look at a lot of Western countries, for example, Americans are the highest in the Western world that do not go to college. So, like, a lot of Americans don't. And the reason that a lot of Americans don't go to college is not because Americans are dumb or anything like that. It's because in American culture, college is not valued as much in American culture as it is in other countries. Like, in other countries, college education is valued a lot more. In America, a lot of people don't think that you need college to be successful, and I don't think you do. So in America, a lot of people think that college is more of a waste of time. So I don't think that, like, that Americans are more dumb. Because if Americans built the strongest and most powerful country in the world, so you can't really say that Americans are dumb if we have, like, the strongest, richest, and most powerful country in the world. Oh, okay, Minion Dave. I was confused at why the U.S. betrayed Tian Zhao the first time around. I was young and dumb, so I assumed, oh, Tian helped Mason. He's a good guy. He was only doing everything for his own interest, alien. Uh... Does anyone need help with a heist? Anyone need help with a heist? Invite me. No heist help here? But I will tell you something, I'll tell you something, guys. Uh, just because someone has a lot of education does not mean that they're smart. There's a difference between being educated and being smart. It's not always the same thing. Like, for example, my handyman, right? My handyman is a very intelligent guy. He is. He's very, very intelligent. And he did not go to any college. He didn't. And he actually runs his own business where he inspects homes right now. So, like, he'll go into homes, inspect them, and then as a side business, what he also does is he does handyman repairs. And he knows how to fix, like, every single problem. Like, every single thing. Like, literally, when my rental properties, whenever I had any kind of issue, anything broke in my rental properties ever, I called him. He knows how to fix every single thing, everything. Plumbing, electric, anything you can think of, he knows how to fix it. He just knows so much how to do. The only thing he didn't know how to fix was a dryer. The dryer broke in my once, and he didn't know how to fix that. So he didn't know much about dryers, but everything else he pretty much knew how to fix. And I asked the guy, I'm like, how do you know how to fix all this stuff? Like, where did you learn this stuff? Did you go to school or something like that? And he's like, no, I didn't go to school. Like, I grew up poor, and me and my family, we didn't have a lot of money, and so whenever stuff broke, we had to learn how to fix stuff on our own. And I took those skills, and I used that to make a business. And you know what? I asked him a question, which was kind of funny, and I kind of knew the answer to this question, but I still wanted, his response. I asked him, do college kids call you and ask you to change the battery in their smoke detector? And he said, yeah, they do. So that's the funny thing is that imagine a college kid, somebody who's like, going many years to college, calling a handyman and asking him to change the battery in their smoke detector because it's beeping. They don't know what that is. Like, they literally don't know how to change the battery in the smoke detector. So I will say this is, who is the more intelligent person in that situation? Is it the handyman or the college kid? Because I will tell you, the handyman is clearly the more intelligent person. But the fact that, there are college-educated people that don't even know how to change the battery in a smoke detector. And that's like, honestly pathetic. That's, ISI is like CIA but belongs to Pakistan. Oh, okay, Minion, Dave. And those are the guys you fight against, right? In Black Ops 2? Been a while catching up on your stream. I would like to know challenges in managing rental properties, homestead, condos in US. Thought you could share. I would say, like, the best thing that you can do is to try to keep a positive and good relationship with your tenants, and whenever anything, breaks, get on fixing it right away, because you're gonna have these people that are gonna be living in the house for years, and so you want to have a good relationship with them. Thank you, Patrick, not Packy, for that, but that's... Will you be live on Friday and Sunday? No, this weekend I won't be live. I've got a lot of stuff to do. Well, I'm gonna play Scarface probably next year, when it's the 20th anniversary again.
We on?
I said, what, tactical? Okay. Do I raise rent often? No. Um, in 3 years of running rentals, I have never raised rent. No. The reason I don't raise rent is because uh, I have uh, the reason I don't raise rent is because I have good tenants, and people are struggling to get by also, and there's no reason for me to to raise the rent. I make good money from my rentals, and I'm not greedy. There's no need for me to do stuff like that. There's no need for me to hurt people. So that's what I'll say about that. Is I don't no, I've never raised rent. I've never done that. Um, the only time I would ever raise rent is if I had like somebody move out, for example, because my rentals are renting for like $100 to $200 less than like what the other rentals are in the area a month. So if I had like somebody move out, for example, like one of the tenants, then I would basically match it to the the current rate right now. But basically, the tenants I've had for years, then no, I'm not gonna raise rent on them. I'm not gonna do stuff like that. There's no need for me to do stuff like that. Brandon won in the casino. Oh, he won the squatty. Oh, the car. You're a good man, Pro. It's actually intelligent mindset. Thank you, Orion. Worst friend in the Mafia series, Giorgio Marcano. I'm gonna call it a night. I have 2 midterms tomorrow. Okay, take care and good luck on your midterms, Polly. I missed the super chat. Let me look. There are people that don't know what a floppy disk is, what VHS stands for, what VHS is, and what is VCR, and it bases on new technology vs old. Some old is superior. Some old stuff is definitely good, and I think the thing is that old stuff in the past was built to last, but now it's old stuff, new stuff is meant to break and replace it constantly. Hey, Pro, I like that you can be so kind. Thank you, Cassandra. I think you're very intelligent, Pro. I always enjoy your streams and videos. Thank you. What you be doing in the weekend? I'm gonna take a trip to Vegas this week, and it's gonna be a bit of fun. What is your thoughts on Valve's new console called the Steam Machine? I don't know really much about it, JBK. Hey, Wast, what's up, dude? Which climate do you prefer? Tropical climate of Asia or the 4 seasons in the US? The 4 seasons. Oh yeah, 20th anniversary of Dead Rising, you're right. Just don't go to Oyo. Yeah, I learned the lesson the hard way last year. I honestly, you know what I want? I would honestly pay money to watch Gordon Ramsay go to the Oyo. Like, I honestly would like to see Gordon. Like, how do you guys think Gordon would react if he went to the Oyo? It's a terrible hotel in Las Vegas. I was there last year. It was terrible. But I would honestly pay money to see Gordon go to that hotel. Have I ever played the old Fallout games, 1, 2, and Tactics? No, DMM, I haven't, but I have watched playthroughs of them. Would you at least be the governor of a state if you don't want to be U.S. president? Yeah, I would. I wouldn't mind being a governor. I would be fine with that. Did I see the disaster of the Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition? Well, I know people were pissed about it, but what happened exactly? Good night, Pro. I have a long mess that awaits me. Well, thank you, Cube, for the super chat, and I hope that I hope everything's okay with you. How much do you think you'll lose from your gambling during your Vegas trip? Whenever I do go to Las Vegas, because I go like once a year, I only play with like around 100 to 200 bucks. That's what I play with, and both years I've won. So both years I have not lost anything. If you know the situation happened where basically I would lose all 200 of that, I wouldn't play anymore. So that's basically how it happens. I know it's not the best thing to do, but if you're gonna go to Vegas, you might as well go to the casino once with your friends. It's like the main tourist attraction thing. What do you usually play at the casino? I only touch 2 games at the casino, only 2. Roulette and blackjack, that's it. I tried playing 3-card poker, and I did win money in 3-card poker, but it just wasn't for me. I'm gonna, yeah, blackjack or roulette, that's it. Oh, you won the car in the casino. Okay, good job, Brandon. Is Kyrgyzstan a dictatorship also? I don't know much about it. But I wouldn't be surprised. There's a lot of countries that are very authoritarian in that region. Thank you, David, the reactor, for the super chat. Slots, you actually have the least chance of winning. It is actually the least chance of winning. Do I know Omar al-Bashir? Who's that? I talked a bit about El Salvador earlier, but the crime rate in El Salvador has dropped a lot. People are willing to spend $1,000 on a brand new phone, the next iPhone, as if they have a well-paying job, and then wonder why they don't have cash. Yeah, I buy a new phone like every 4 or 5 years. That's when I buy a new phone. But yeah, I agree with you that it's stupid people constantly buying phones. Thank you, Alien, for that super chat. What was my favorite game that demonstrated Vegas? Well, it would be Fallout New Vegas. Do I ride motorcycles? No, when I was younger, I had a motorcycle permit, and I did ride a little bit, but I gave up on it pretty quickly. This is like 11 years ago. What's wrong, Sagesta? Oh, I haven't really played those, Jonathan. I've seen fights almost break out a blackjack table because someone hit the next person. Busted? What? Yeah, I heard about that. That's Sean's, please sleep, bro. Thank you, Sagesta, for the super chat. I know, I'm getting a little tired, and, I've never been to LA. Here we go. About to be in the city. Have you traveled outside the US? In 2010, I traveled to Poland, but that was the last time I went to another country. Yeah, the dictator of Sudan. Okay, 2 kilometers left here. I probably could follow, actually, the train tracks here. Actually, I could probably get there quicker if I do that, yeah. Okay, here we go. Well, I never touched alcohol, tobacco, not even vapes, and only drank soda once in a blue moon, or when I order fast food. Oh, well, that's definitely better than drinking alcohol or tobacco. Did you see that Treyarch add in skill-based matchmaking for Black Ops 7? It's only one game mode, but they do go back on their word that classic matchmaking would be in the game. It's only one right now, but can be worse in a year. What mode is that, Amir Khan? Thank you for the super chat. That sucks. Citizens United negating technology in GTA Liberty City Stories. Yeah, and this Pierce, look at what that stands for. Also, that thing. Oh, but I actually commented on this, but I disagree when you said never lie in your resume. Joshua Fluke would disagree with you. Well, I know Joshua Fluke. I don't know him personally, but I've seen his videos before. But I guess it depends on what you're lying on your resume. It depends on, specifically what you say. I visited Poland in 2010. It's a mosh pit mode. It's only one, but in a year it could be more than one, which is scary because everyone hates skill-based matchmaking. Oh. Oh. I'm not gonna really be focusing on the multiplayer. I'll focus on the co-op and. Hop in, okay. I'm focusing on the co-op, and the zombies probably. No, Jonathan, what is that? Thoughts on sending the Bull Gravano? Sounds familiar. Which gang? That's a gangster, but which one is he? The Mafia 2 DLCs, the Jimmy DLCs, I still gotta do those, yeah. Yeah, I won't be able to stream on Sunday, Mr. Jock, so yeah, that's... Why does Manhunt 1 take place after Liberty City Stories? Yes, it takes place in 2003. Oh, Gambino Underboss. Out of all the gangs in the Saints Row series, who's the strongest? Vice Kings. Yeah, Vice Kings, I would say. I love watching your Mafia 2 playthrough. It was awesome. Thank you, dude. Oh, what did they debate about, Jonathan? Well, some people think that Donald Love is Mr. Nasty. That's what a lot of people think. I would say the Los Carnales. I see what you did there. But, I guess I probably will be wrapping up the stream here. I'm a little tired and I still gotta eat dinner. I'll still stick around for a few minutes and answer some questions before I go, so if anyone wants to ask me. Please do a video rant on Luigi Cardona. About Luigi Cardona, I'll do a rant on him when I play through Battlefield 1. So when I do I'll do a Battlefield 1 playthrough one day, and when I do the Italian campaign, I'll rant about him and I'll talk about how stupid he was. But he's the stupidest, World War I general. They were just getting out of a revolution, guilted. December's pack, Battlefield 6, Ark Raiders, Black Ops 7. I don't know if I'll have time for the GTA 5 update. I don't think the GTA 5 update is going to be big. I don't think it is. Yeah. Will I ever play, what is it, Silent Hill games? Yes, those games, I'm gonna play those one day. Why did Noriega release Menendez? Because he was playing both sides. That's what Noriega did. In real life, Noriega was playing both sides. He was a CIA informant, but he would also sell information to the Cubans. So he was basically playing both sides for money. Good night, Pro. Thank you, DM, Thank you, DM M, for the super chat. Yes, Dead Rising. I might actually do Dead Rising in before the end of the year. Yeah. How scary and brutal is the Stasi? Oh, Stasi were evil. Those were some pretty bad guys. East German secret police, yeah, horrible. Cortez is based on Noriega, yes. Yes, he did. His grandkids were the ones who played the game, actually. Maybe I could play Alien Isolation one day. Is it in GTA Liberty City Stories, CJ? But, what do I think about Saving Private Ryan and G.I. Joe, The Rise of Cobra? Well, G.I. Joe, The Rise of Cobra, I don't think I've seen that movie, but Saving Private Ryan was a great World War II movie. Really sad one, but a good one. Stasi were terrifying, Assassin Wolf. What's for dinner? Oh, probably some chicken. Do you have an idea on Canadian organized crime? Well, they kind of made a little bit of an appearance in Mafia Definitive Edition, the border mission. Not in some time, just saving all my money right now, Vito. Oh, that was hazing, Jonathan Reagan. Which World War do you think Italy performed better in? World War I. But I guess we will, we'll be going here, guys. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. If you guys enjoyed the stream, do drop a like. And there's not going to be a stream this weekend, because I'm traveling a bit. But I will have it next weekend. And I'll have some videos up this weekend, though. But thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day, guys.